Hello everybody. I'm pretty sure you probably wouldn't think this to be a Shell Shockers video when you clicked, but in this episode I am going to explain how I lacerated my foot with an axe in the form of dance, that dance being the murder of hundreds of eggs, basically egg-icide. Alright, let's begin. So it all started a few months ago when my family and I were camping in a small dry camp with a lot of pine trees and things like that, and a lake next to it which made up for a lot of the humidity problems. And it had like these roads, which was pretty nice. It had these roads going through the woods, one of which was blocked off partially by a log for whatever reason. And you know, after we were there for a few days and like, you know, got everything set up, got some breakfast, rode around on the bike a few times, I decide one day that I'm going to chop some wood. And I do this in a baseball pose. I think you could see where this would go wrong in any normal instance. And I put my left foot first, and I just missed the chopping block entirely. The entire thing, I missed the wood, I missed the chopping block. What I didn't manage to miss was my foot. I knew what it was going to happen while I was swinging it, and I tried to take it away, but I just did not have enough reaction time. And it didn't even feel like I had sliced open my foot. It just felt like I had hit it with a hammer on accident, lightly. And I went over to the campground because I, you know, hurt my foot, and I wanted to see if it was alright. That's just what I do when I get injured, is I go to the nearest people. And I realize, oh beep, my foot is wet. And then the doom music in my head just starts going off full blast, and like 3 seconds later, my mom said there were like 12 cubic centimeters of blood on the ground. And you know, I was able to like keep calm because I didn't hit like my nerves that much. It mostly hit like fat tissue, things like that, and so I could like tell people like how much pressure they needed to apply. I was saying that we needed to call an ambulance, which was the right thing to do because I actually didn't need an ambulance at the time, of course, because currently I had a 1 inch long, half-inch deep cut on my foot in between my second and third toes. And so we go to the front desk, and they like say that they don't have any first aid materials, and my grandpa comes over and he has a band-aid, and me and my mom are just like, come on man, come on. And then he comes back with a towel, and my mom starts applying pressure, and so I'm being loaded in the truck like a freaking casket, and my brother shuts the trunk cover, and we get on the road. We go to like this other camp section where there's like these people that actually have first aid stuff, and they get me like a splint there, like whatever that's called. And I'm just looking at this dude with absolute terror in my eyes. It's just like this college student, right? He has like no idea what the heck is going on. He's looking at me the same exact way. And then we just get on the road. I don't even know who the guy was. I can't talk to him. And so there's this like beautiful scenery, absolutely gorgeous, and there's like a bunch of rocks, waterfalls, ravines, things like that. And my mom starts taking a video of the scenery, and then she pans down from the window to my foot, which currently has, you know, a half-inch deep, 1 inch long scar on it. And she then pans up to me, and I say, sup. That's it, that's the entire video. And then, so we get to a hospital, which is like an hour away, after I've been, in the car, just like, you know, drinking a bag of juice with a freaking laceration on my foot. And, so we get to the hospital, and I'm, like, wheelchaired in this, like, freaking, like, you know, those, things that, people take around to carry, like, rectangular tall boxes. I was wheeled in on one of those. And then I meet up with like a bunch of the people at the hospital. I'm like, I tell them what happened, and they're like, dang, really? And it was like their first axe wound. And so I go into this long conversation, like this long, awkward conversation about my idea for graphene filtration, which is already a thing. and so they get me stitched up. They give me like 7 stitches. But before that, they, you know, stabbed me like 12 times in the foot, like 3 inches deep with a numbing needle, which was more painful than the stitches ever would have been. Then, like, I go home, I'm upset because I can't swim, in summer school, but I could swim, like, 2 weeks later after that. So, 2 weeks later, I took off the, my mom takes off the, stitches, and, like, not even, like, 2 days later, I think this is why my foot got infected. This kid in my gym class, he fell and he couldn't move his arms for like a good 5 minutes, and so I ran up to get help, and I let my foot go in my tennis shoe, which apparently breeds bacteria. And so, like, that afternoon, I see, oh wait, there's freaking like white stuff. It looks like, you know, and coming out of my foot, and it's like green, yellow, all the colors of the rainbow. And I look it up and I'm like, oh, that's fine. It's just natural, organic green pus coming out of my foot. That's totally natural. And so I tell my dad this, and then we get to Mom's house and she looks at it. She's like an EMT, like nearly a medical professional. And she looks at it and she says, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. We need to go to the doctor. Like, and so I go to the doctor, and the doctor is like closed. Like, he's almost gonna close, I think. And so we gotta get in there like super fast, right? And so we get into the office, right? And so a little bit of talking goes on, you know. And the doctor prescribes me for a like 3-pill twice a day antibiotic thing. And so I take that for like I think it was like 1 more week, maybe 2 more weeks, and and then it heals up later, and now I have this area that cannot sweat because scar tissue does not have sweat glands apparently, and so it's just really uncomfortable. That's basically the only downside to that. And yeah, that's how I almost died after cutting my foot open with an axe. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.